Exploring it all. I'm Rakisco. Join me and my dad while we explore everything. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Ding! Thank you for watching.
Well, thank you for that amazing introduction, Miraculous Girl, and thank you everyone for joining us again here on Exploring It All. So today we have Medic Box. This is box number 5. Now, I have been wanting to film this for about 2 hours. I've been searching because I did a preview, I knew what was in here, and I priced everything out, and I had it all set up, and I was going to talk about pricing and stuff. And I can't find my list on pricing. I'll probably find it right after I film this. So I'm not really going to focus on pricing. You know, it's a matter of... Now, the one thing I can tell you is you're getting your value here, I want to say by about maybe 25 to 30% more than what you can find them for. On Amazon, you're saving 25 to 30%. So there's that. All right, so this is Medic Box. It is a monthly subscription. However, when you start the subscription, they start you at box 1. This is box 5, and box 6 will be next month. This is the October box, and every 3 months they have a different theme. And this one is the vehicle kit. Now, last month, as always, they sent us a pouch. This is the pouch with all the stuff in here. Their card shows you where to place everything, and we're gonna do that with this pouch as we go through this. So let's go ahead and open this up, and I'm gonna use this fixed blade knife we got in Battle Box. Might as well, right? Because I have it sitting here on the counter, and I think I'm doing this right. Yep. All right, here we go. So you open it up, and there's what it is, and there's what it looks like. This is pretty cool. And we're gonna set it aside. As I'm gonna, you know, I really like this. It's got an orange handle. I got, and these are numbered, and I got number 14, which I thought was pretty cool. I know numbers don't matter, but whatever. All right, so let's get started. So we start off, here's the card. Freeze frame this if you so desire. This is that. And this is the pro item. Really fast. All right. So we're going to start off. Number 1 is the visor rescue tool. And that is this. And it looks like we're going to be pulling this knife out again. Got to be careful. In the past, I've been cutting something open from a blister pack, and I've cut my sheaths and stuff, and it's really upsetting me. All right, so survival rescue tool. Well, I might need to save that. And this is a pretty cool item. And again, I priced these things out. I want to say this was about 15, 20 bucks, but it's got a little coated handle here. You got a window breaker here and a seatbelt cutter. I used to use these when I was at work. We weren't allowed to bring in a blade. Now, the one I had didn't have a window breaker on it, but, oh, and it's got jimping right here. That's cool. But the inmates had a tendency to put up lines in their cells, and when you did cell searches, we had to cut those lines down. But we weren't allowed to bring in a knife. And so I would bring in one of these strap cutters, and we could, and I was approved, we could bring in the strap cutter. This one's a little bit more aggressive than the one I had. I think the one I had was by CRKT. And then, and I would use that to cut their lines down that they hung up in their cell for curtains and things they weren't allowed to have. But anyway, this is pretty cool. You know, I read a story, and it's devastating. Everyone, pray for all these people in South Carolina and Tennessee and Georgia and all those places. Keep them in your prayers because they are facing some devastating circumstances over there. And I read a story about a woman that was found in her car. She had drowned along with her infant child that she was trying to get out of her car seat as the car filled up with water, and they don't even think she had a chance to try and kick out the windows. With this, you don't need that chance, and it comes with kind of a bungee strap here that you can put on your visor. It's a very simple, it's got a bright orange handle. So you got your window punch, you got your strap cutter. You can grab this off your visor. And you know, you got to remember you have these things too. So you could grab this, you can cut those straps, you can bust that window, and you can get out very fast. So this, I just want to say, I think this is a really cool item. I think it's a good item to have. And it says it's the Survivor XT. They also have a glowy green one. I don't know if this glows in the dark, but either way, I think this is a really cool item, the way it's set up. And this bungee cord strap to go on your visor, that is super cool. You know, I have a new car. I'm setting it up right now. A little different than what I had. And this is going in there. I think that's a cool item. And on your card here, they show you where to place things, and this isn't on that card because you're not going to be placing that. All right, next up, we have the fire blanket. Now, I have a couple of these, to be honest with you. I got one in Battle Box years and years ago, and right behind me on my shelf, I have a fire box. It has my Tomahawk cut-down tool, throwable fire extinguisher, a gas mask, well, a fire mask. It has a fire extinguisher on the outside, and it has fire blankets and stuff to use here in my kitchen. And these things are awesome. You just pull these tabs, and this thing pops right out. And it's set up to be hung on a hook, and then this is fireproof. You smother a fire. Now, I'm going to share a little story here. This is a personal story. My mom, when she was about 2 years old, was caught in a fire in a house in Oklahoma. And she was living with her grandparents. And her grandmother soaked a wool blanket and wrapped my mom up in it to carry her through a fire. Literally carried this 2-year-old baby through the fire. My mother's hand fell outside of that blanket and was burned. And it was burned very bad. And the doctors, when she got to the hospital, the doctors wanted to amputate her hand. And her grandmother, my great-grandmother Katie, would not allow the doctors to amputate her hand because her mother wasn't there to make that decision, and she just wouldn't have it. My mother's hand healed and was fully functional. It was severely scarred when you looked at it. As she got older, it wasn't as noticeable, but when she was younger, you could tell her hand was scarred from the fire. But it was fully functional. There was, other than the fact that it was scarred, you would never have known. But anyway, fire blanket. So that was a wool blanket soaked in water. This is a fiberglass. It's designed to smother the fire, cover burning materials with the blanket, and leave it colored till it's cool. And, you know, I never thought about keeping something like this in a vehicle, but I'm sure it would work. I'm one of those people that I keep fire extinguisher. I have a fire extinguisher in my car. I have one here in the kitchen right behind me. I have one in my garage. Fire extinguishers are a good thing to have. I've had a car catch on fire, an engine catch on fire, and I put it out. I had a truck catch on fire once when I was a garbage man. So there's that. So we're going to set this aside right over here. Fire blanket. I think this is a cool item. This is my third fire blanket in the last, 10 years or so. Next, hemostatic gauze. That's this. It is a 4x4 hemostatic gauze. This is item number 3. And it is designed to go in the pouch. So we're going to open up the pouch right here. And I don't know, man, this is so interesting. All right. So I'm going to open up the pouch. And this shows where it's supposed to go. And it is supposed to go over here. We got this. It is supposed to go right up under here. Is that it? Right here. And this is a dressing. It's designed to stop bleeding. You put it on there. It's supposed to help the blood coagulate and make a scab, stop it from bleeding, and that's the purpose of that 4x4. And it's expandable. Pack it on there, pack other stuff on top of it. Not dispensing a lot of first aid advice, but that's what I know to do with it. Next up, a 28 FR nasal airway. I remember looking this up on Amazon. It wasn't overly expensive, but I was kind of surprised. And you stuff this down the nose and it goes on up into the throat and facilitates breathing. So having done first aid on a small child before, CPR, breathing's important. You can save a life with that. But that's, if their mouth, I guess, is obstructed or something, you'd want to use this. I want to say it's better to have something than to not have it. And hopefully you have someone there who's medically ready to tell you, yeah, we need to use that. So that goes right there. Next up is a Cravat, which is a multi-purpose triangular bandage. That's this. And that's number 5. And it's all the way down over here. Looks like. And this is a triangle bandage. So I'm going to kind of move over here. Goes all the way over here. And this is the vehicle kit, by the way. This is part 5. Next month is part 6. All right, so there we go. We got that. And triangular bandage, I think that's kind of self-explanatory and stuff. Okay, number 6 is a burn dressing. And I'm kind of seeing a lot of burn stuff here. Burn dressings are good when you know, this is a good item to have in a backpacking kit in case you burn yourself. I've burned myself multiple times, and these burn dressings are good. You put these on and then wrap it with something else. But I want to say these are a really nice item to have. And let's see, what is this? Number 6, and it's showing this going in right over here underneath this. So that's where that goes. Again, this is your vehicle kit. And next up, now this one does not show placement, so we're going to move this aside real quick. And that is the MyMedic Minor Burn Pack. And I really like MyMedic. I just recently purchased some stuff I'm going to do another video on. And they color code their stuff, but this is... And this is orange for the burn one. It has a few things in here. And even though there's not a placement for it, I can find one. So we have a super hand wipe, an antiseptic towelette, and I'm going to look at this real quick here. Okay, you have 2 super skin bandages. One is a 1x3 and one is a 2x4. So this is your 2x4 and this is your 1x3. These are the super skin bandages. You have burn gels. You have 3 of these. You have some nitrate gloves. And you have, what is this? This is Tylenol, acetaminophen. And then you have one of those add water towelettes here, the nitrate gloves. So that is the antiseptic towelette, hand sanitizer. You want to be careful with that around a burn because that hand sanitizer stuff usually has alcohol in it, and that's going to burn. You got 3 burn gels. That's going to soothe your burn, I would assume. Pain reliever, the Tylenol. Also, it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw an aspirin pack in here, the little towelette. And your nitrate gloves. So that's the MyMedic burn pack here. And that's it for the basic box. I forget what this ran. I want to say it was maybe $10 or $15. Gosh, I forget what the pricing was on some of these things. I just remember the value was in the $75 to $80 range, and your regular subscription runs about $50, or runs about, yeah, $50. So in the Pro kit, you have two items. One is this, the Blaze Defense Fire Extinguisher. Now, I have one of these in a case in my car already. I already have one of these. I don't remember if it's Blaze Defense, but I do have a fire extinguisher in the car. It's this size. And it's great to have. You should, honestly, you should keep a fire extinguisher in your car. You're going to come across fires in your car. You could end up saving thousands of lives by keeping this in your car. You get off on the side of the road, you have a blowout or something, and sparks from it start a little brush on the side of the road on fire, and you can jump out and you can spray it out real fast before it becomes a wildfire and destroys hundreds of people's lives. I mean, seriously, everyone should have a fire extinguisher in their car. I'm adamant about that. And learn how to use them. It's not just, point and spray at the fire. You got to spray at the base of the fire and stuff like that. So I think this is an awesome item. Really glad to have it. This one, the other item, I'm iffy about. I have this already. I got it in Battle Box once years ago. And this is the Gray Man. Is it Gray Man? Yeah, Gray Man Tactical Molly attachment. Now you strap this down to a headrest in your car, and then you can hook the Molly from the kit up to it. I live in California. Now, I have tinted windows, and if I put this in the second row of the back seat, or maybe the third row, and put this on those headrests, it is entirely possible that someone won't smash out my window to steal the little bag of something. Now, it's black, so maybe they won't be able to see it through all the windows and stuff, as long as I don't put some reflective bright red thing on it. But that's the issue. And anymore, it's not just California. There's lots of places where, if they see something in your car, they'll smash it. They do it here in our driveway. So, I mean, although these are good items, and there's other places you can put them. Back before I had my SUV, when I had the car, I was trying to figure out a way to mount them in the lid of my trunk, so that when I opened my trunk, everything was just hanging there. That would have been cool. Law enforcement retired, so there's that. So these are really cool, and these are expensive too. They run $50 right here just for this. The fire extinguisher, I think, was around $20, and this bump up level is about $100. So I like the item and I like the concept. I just hate society. So there's that. All right, guys. So that's Medic Box. That's Medic Box for October of 2024. I got to get everything back out here so I can take a picture of it for the end. But I like it. Tell me what you guys think. I think this is a really interesting box. I don't know. I knew what was coming this month. I have no idea what's in box 6. One thing is every phase has 3. So we did the duty IFAC. This month was the vehicle. We're at phase 2. We got one more for the vehicle. I'm kind of curious how they're going to wrap that all up. Then we got phase 3 is EDC. And I assume EDC is going to be similar to the duty IFAC, But then again, the EDC one could be more ouchie boo boo related. So far, most of the gear in here has not been we got more band-aids in this one than we have in any of the others. They are not sending band-aids, so that's kind of cool. And then in phase 4 is the home one. And again, that could be kind of ouchie boo boo, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. So that's it. That's my medic, or not my medic. That's Medic Box 5. And here's the final, and they do have some medical courses in here that you can sign up for as well, which is kind of cool. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and be nice to each other.